Number one, food is health. Health is happiness. Happiness is a strong community. Use the attributes of a woman. The attributes of a woman is smart, resilient, very patient, and very tolerant. Most of all, kind. Kindness to everything around you. And when I say kindness to everything around you, not just your colleagues or your customers, kindness to the environment, kindness to the ecosystem, because that's what's going to keep you.
Interesting history of women in the hops industry. Historically speaking, pre-industrial revolution, when the men were off working, the women were responsible for putting the food and drink on the table. And so women technically grew the hops and brewed the beer years and years prior. A lot of these recipes that have been handed down are recipes that women initially created. I certainly see a lot of first-generation women farmers, market gardeners, lavender farms, and it's just so exciting to see. There's a new way of thinking and a new way of tending the land.
My advice for anyone, and women in particular, that may want to get involved in agri-food issues, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of it. Your voice will be heard. Sometimes you have to speak up pretty loudly. And don't be afraid to be that sole and only woman. And I was for many years on lots of the boards and commissions that I've been involved in. It will be great to be part of an organization that you believe in and that you can become passionate about and that you can see actual change happen.
Agriculture needed a voice. We needed a voice for the Holland Marsh. We needed somebody who was strong, who knew the issues. I think having women at the table, I think we bring a different perspective. When the door opened for me in 2010, I'm really glad that I chose to open that door because I have made a difference. I've made a difference in my community. I've helped people understand better how agriculture works. And when that knock comes on the door, open it up, embrace it, see what it's got to offer.
I'm lucky that I get to see Ontario farmers and how farming is done in Ontario. It is phenomenal, the technology and the innovation and the care that farmers are taking. And I wish that everyone in Ontario that eats would have the opportunity to see what I see. And so I really want to give a voice to Ontario farmers because we need everyone on board. We really need anyone that votes, anyone that buys food to get on board for what we're trying to do here, which is strengthen the local food economy.
And right for people to have access to good, healthy, wholesome food and to be able to have access to the land, because without the land, I mean, there's all kinds of, technology today, right? But without the earth is our center. It's our medium. And so without the earth, we cannot be sustainable.
Cannot, in this day and age, rely on other people providing us with our food. We know that we have a weather system that does not allow us to grow our own food in our own fields for 5 or 6 months of the year. But we can supply all the cash crops. We can supply a lot of our own stuff, and while we can grow it and supply it, we should be doing it. A woman in agriculture is still quite an unusual thing to be. It isn't something that is beyond our physical capabilities, but it is still very much considered a man's world. Words of guidance. Apply for that post at Ontario Agricultural College. Go on this course. Write your own book. Do something. Don't just sit there and think, oh, but if only I had, or if only somebody did. Do it.
We have a small maple sugar operation here. We have a mixed herd of livestock that I work with to do multi-species grazing and silvopasture. We also have orchards that have a great diversity of fruits, nuts, and berries, and that has led to probably the biggest enterprise on the farm over the last 7 years, which is our on-farm craft alcoholic cidery. I bring to my farming a desire to pay attention to what every species, the different livestock, the different plants and animals, and increasingly as I learn more about soil, what the soil itself needs to flourish. And I think diversifying is one of the really important strategies for nurturing resilience.
I started Sundance Harvest when I was 22 years old, and I'm 26 now, so a lot has happened. More than I thought would ever happen, especially because at the beginning I did face a lot of pushback because I'm a woman in agriculture, but also because of other reasons and other intersections of race. But I got to have such an amazing journey because people around me really believed in me. And also I got to share in the joy of it being hard at times, but also when it was really good, we all got to experience that. Find your own community and find a community that loves you and cares for you and supports you. I think it's really exciting that I can grow amazing basil and then sell it to a chef the very same day. I also think it's exciting that I can train new young people to do the same thing and have fulfilling careers in agriculture and with the earth.
University, I worked on local organic vegetable farms and was really kind of into the whole world of small-scale farming. And I kind of realized that it was difficult for people in cities to access that food and decided to make it a business, and then started partnerships with farms to bring that produce to people in a more convenient way. It's obviously super important, especially in the Greenbelt, to protect farmland. It's irreplaceable and it's a huge livelihood for a lot of people in rural areas. So, a lot of our neighbors grew up on farms, but for many reasons they can't continue farming, and then the land is kind of lost and new people aren't coming. So it's incredibly important to kind of revitalize rural areas that young people are interested in farming and want to get into it, and people are kind of maintaining that.
So Ontario is on the same latitude as well-known wine-growing regions across the world. So think of France, think of Italy, and then all the way to Oregon and Napa. We fall in that same latitude, and we're all making incredible wine from grapes that we're growing right here in our province. So it's super special to share our products that we're growing from the ground, and then it's going into the bottle, and we're sharing it to consumers here in Ontario and abroad.
So here in Ayr, I'm on prime agricultural land. The soils here are amazing, and all of the Greenbelt has incredible soil. Combined with the climate in Ontario, we really do have the ability here to grow enough food to sustain our population year-round. So keeping it as agricultural land is really important, and helping to support families and young people who want to get into farming as well is huge. My motivation is entirely Mother Nature. I am so inspired by how beautiful our planet is, and that's what led me to study environmental science in university, which is where I learned how completely intertwined our health is connected with the planet's health, and also how badly in a lot of cases we're treating the planet. So my farm is my answer to trying to do something that's good for the environment and good for people.